Hello everyone and welcome to another card video. Today we're using Your Next Stamp's What Not Sentiments 4 Stitched Rectangles Die Set and Scripty Word Die Set for challenge number 72. I'm using my Gansai Tambis to create my background. We're painting on a piece of Tim Holtz watercolor paper on the textured side. We're going to use number 36 dark red, number 32, which is a red, 30, which is a red-orange, number 44, which is a yellow-orange, and 52, which is a green. I just showed you that the colors in the color challenge are very fall-like, so I'm making a thank you card today. We are getting ready to leave for vacation. When this posts, we'll be back already, but I'm trying to prepare, and so thinking ahead of time, and I'm super excited. I cannot wait to share with you guys some fun clips of Dexter and the kids at Disney. So I'm just wetting the Gansai Tambis and using brush strokes and to dry paper. So it's wet paint to dry paper, and I'm just using brush strokes to create these stripes in the background. I try to clean off my brush on this shop towel to prevent my water from getting really, really dirty, but it didn't really help. I mixed a little bit of that green in with the yellow, unfortunately. That's why it might look a little off color, but it turned out. It still matched the color combo, so it was okay. And then I tried to do the stripes all the way down to the very bottom. I am going to use the second to largest stitched rectangles die to cut out my front panel, and so it'll trim it down quite a bit. So I'm trying to heat set this just a little before I try to take the tape off. So once I get the tape off, I set that aside, and we're going to cut this Thanks die by Your Next Stamp, and we're going to cut that out of Tailored Expressions Poppy Seed cardstock. And this right here is Stick It adhesive that I'm putting on the back of it. This is going to make it easier for me to stack my die cuts. I'm going to cut it out 4 times. And I'm using the extra cutting plate, the precision cutting plate there. Just makes it a little bit thicker so that these super thin dies get cut precisely. So I'm just popping out all of the little negative pieces in the swoops and swirls of the die. And I'm taking this Stampin' Up, it's like a little silicone mat, and I'm putting the die cut back into that negative space so that the shape, I can maintain the shape of the Thanks word die as it was intended. Because this is so frail, that when I take the release paper off of the stick-it adhesive, it bends and warps. So I don't want that. I want it to look how it was intended. So I'm using this negative piece where it was cut out from to adhere it together. Once it gets a couple layers on there, that it strengthens and then it doesn't warp as bad. So we're cutting this out of the second to largest stitched rectangles die by Your Next stamp. And see how it cut it down quite a bit, but I'm glad I went to the edge with those. So I'm lining up the sentiment from the Whatnot Sentiments 4, I believe. And it just says, I'm just inking up the part that says so very much. So it'll be thanks, the die cut, and then so very much in the small print letters. And I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black to ink that up. And there is sticky like this. I popped this up with craft foam, black craft foam, and some 1/2-inch Scor Tape, and I'm sticking that down to another piece of Tailored Expressions for my card base. And that thanks has adhesive behind it, so it's super simple to just stick down in place where you want it. Now, of course, I've had an issue of just going a little bit too far lately, and so here I am going a little bit too far and using my Nuvo Jewel Drops in Gray Mist, Key Lime, and Limoncello to just add a little bit more interest to these colors, the stripes. The Gray Mist actually takes on a lot of the color of what is underneath of it, so the colors that I don't have, I use the Gray Mist. That's my card. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Hey, buddy. Dex, what's on your face there, bud?
It's a drawing.
You got a drawing on your face? Yeah. Let me see your hands. Show me your hands. Yep. Show me your other hand. Yeah. And your face? All right.
I'm a monster.
Oh, you wanted to be a monster?
Yeah.
You did a pretty good job.
I have to clean my face.
Yeah, I see you. What'd you do? You draw on it?
Yeah.
Why?